phase, you get this Monkey King ult, you get a Fisher, all of a sudden there's 3 heroes on one side, 2 on the other, and you're just winning the game. And I just think they're a superior team fight, but Liquid's the same way. They're both a lot different than EG in that factor.
And I think the Bulba versus Puppey head-to-head is a lot more cerebral than maybe Kuro versus Puppey, because I think Bulba and Puppey, they know that they have to go a little bit more wild with their picks, like the Wind Ranger coming out for EG. Yeah. Whereas with Liquid, I think you can stay a little bit more staple. Both teams know that these are our best heroes. Let's just put our best heroes against each other.
And it's in a regional Dota, honestly. This is it. These teams know each other. I mean, it's Kuro Puppey. That goes back to that. They just know each other so much. They scrim. I'm sure they're scrim partners. So we're going to see the best of the best.
Yeah, we're going to try to figure out what mind games these two captains are playing with each other, because there sure will be some. And it's going to be, it should be the pinnacle of the Dota 2 at the moment.
I've got a question. What do you guys think about Drow? Like, obviously, EG leaves it, you're going to pick it, but these two teams don't see that keen on always just first picking a Drow.
I think Drow is slightly overhyped. Okay. Definitely one of the top tier carries, but I don't think... and a top tier carry you can first two pick, but it's not like, oh, you first two pick Drow, you win the draft or something. This hero was one I thought was going to be contested. The Monkey King, I don't think we've seen much first ban Monkey King, but it's one of the most successful heroes of the tournament. Mid one is the best Monkey King player. And it's such a good laner that I think the hero just causes problems for Liquid, so I totally agree with this ban.
Yeah, if you want to watch like an individual hero player performance, just watch how he plays Monkey King. Like, he feels like one of the most underfarmed people on the map, and then all of a sudden he has an Echo Saber, and then it's like, wait, he has a BKB Scotty like 10 minutes later, like, and he's ganking. He's not just sitting in a lane farming. It's just impressive to me.
That's why it's gone. I think the one significant difference between Secret and Liquid is the relationship between Matu and Miracle versus Mid1 and Nisha. I think more often than not, Matu is willing to like take the abuse rather than give out the abuse, and that's what creates space for Miracle. Whereas on Secret, it seems like Mid1's the one who's trying to dish out the abuse and create space for Nisha that way.
Because Nisha, I mean, you get him on a Morphling, you're just comfortable. You could have the worst, you could have a Techie's Pudge on your team, but you have a Nisha Morphling, you're like, yeah, we got a chance.
Yeah, always.
And Morphling has got to be one of the big carries.
Sure.
To me, that's more like that game-winning carry more than a Drow. Like as much, I don't think you just want to first pick a Morphling, but if you're going into a grand finals game between these two teams, I would favor the team with the Morphling over the Drow.
Yeah, I agree.
At least at this stage of the tournament. If you had asked me in the group stage, I'd been like, Drow first phase every time. Let's go.
Morph is just like a game-winning hero. Drow's like, okay, you're going to sit there, you're going to farm, and if you get 25, your talent. The hero is incredibly strong and powerful, but it's not this just insta-win pick. The hero's hovering around a 50% win rate this tournament.
Yep. And this, I honestly think, Earthshake, if we do get a 5-game series, I think it'll be first banned all 5 games. So. That hero is just insane.
Too many teams up until this point were letting it go through, and I have yet to see Earthshaker not have a massive impact, win or lose.
I think it'll be, if you're not first pick, you ban it. That's just it. It's a perfect first pick hero.
It is, and that's a good reason to ban it out.
Look at that. Kuroki, he has to be a little happy with that after his like 2-5 Doom performances that nobody expected. Like, well, we got to ban it even more now because of you.
So this does mean that there's a lot of heroes still in the pool that we have seen banned out over the last couple of days. Abaddon comes to mind, Enigma comes to mind.
Yeah.
And are we just going to let both in? No, we're going to remove the Abaddon.
Let's see what
Darkseer as well. Nature's Prophet.
I think Abaddon is one of those heroes we haven't seen counters to. Yeah, it's a 5, but if you can pick Abaddon and win that lane, it's so hard to kind of deal with it.
Same thing with Nyx Assassin. If that hero is available, too many other heroes are not viable.
I also feel by banning the Abba makes the Drow worse, because the reason the Drow is good, not the best laning phase, but with an Abba behind you, you can actually farm, and instead of banning the Drow, you just ban like the best support for him.
Yeah, I mean, Witch Doctor is still available, and Secret's been running it quite a bit. Sand King gets picked up, so, Nature's Prophet, Darkseer, both still available.
Yeah, Drow Ranger available.
Drow Ranger available, yeah.
Surprisingly so.
And the thing is, we've seen this Sand King. It's been played as a 5, not by these two teams. DY plays it as 5, but I think Kuroki showed he can play a 5 Doom. This is a 3-4 or a 5 hero at this point.
Yeah. In this tournament so far, we've only seen, on Secret anyway, Zai play it twice. But definitely.
Yeah, and he had a good one. It was against OG, and he just popped off against Seb and all of them.
Yeah, the Sand King pick. I am leaning towards it being Zai, but there's a lot of potential for other pickups. I mean,
that's the thing, right? You're in a grand finals now. Like, even though Zai has played every game, you just don't know.
Yeah. Liquid. I mean, they have Shaman also available, which gets banned out against them very, very frequently.
That's my favorite part about Zai as a player is his hero pool. He's played AA in the offlane.
Yeah.
Pudge, thank you.
Yeah.
How do you forget? Yeah, guy in the crowd wanted to pick Pudge, so
He's played Pudge 3 times, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it is one of those heroes that I think people are going to look into more, because I don't think he's going to get nerfed in the next patch, and I think people are going to look at him and be like, he has a lot of HP regen, and he's pretty good in laning.
I mean, if anything, the hero I think is slightly on the weak side. Secret they've won some games with it, but that's because they're Team Secret.
Right.
And this is a pretty strong opening. You already have the Iron Shell, and you can just give it to the Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I mean, Liquid's played Darkseer a lot more than Secret, which is where that Oracle ban was a bit surprising, because that's typically the 5 you want against Darkseer, with the Purge against the Iron Shell in lane. So Liquid are like, well, thanks for banning Oracle. Darkseer suddenly is that much better.
Yeah, please, no Enchanters. I do not think that's like the counter. Please, no. Sunby won't let him do that.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about the coaches yet at all.
Because they're more two of the quieter ones, sorry.
But they are 2 of the quiet ones. They are not the ones that are the drafters. Both Armen and Sunby are just more like the right hand.
The advisors. The hand to the king.
Like if you say like, hey, we got these 2 heroes, maybe he's the guy who's like, I think that hero's a little better, and then there you go.
Yeah.
Keep those captains on track in case they forgot anything that they mentioned before, which is, would imagine, pretty important as well. Otherwise, you might get stuck in a loop.
One thing that, Grant, you and I had learned about Puppy's kind of coaching philosophy is that if there's ever like conflict in the team and one person's like, let me start drafting or something like that, then Puppy's interpretation is like, why do you want to draft? Why aren't you just helping me become a better drafter?
Yes.
And OD, we saw this hero first picked like once or twice in the group stage. We saw it first banned versus a couple of teams as well, but
mostly EG. Yeah, Sumail. But
But a first phase though, especially against heroes that have like fairly high int, don't necessarily care about the banish that much.
It's I think we see a few of these teams when they have first pick, they will pick their mid in the first stage just because your mid's going to get counter picked regardless.
You want your strongest one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get that mid that you feel really good about, and when you pick it second, you instantly get bans to protectors. So you can see them ban Pugna, one of the heroes that's better at dealing with OD.
And they had preemptively banned out the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah. And very likely they're going to ban another hero that the OD mid one is saying, I don't want to play against this hero, ban it out.
And having a save, because we watched in the EG Liquid series, Sumail never had a save for himself by even just having Astral. If you Astral yourself, that's 3 seconds for your team to TP to a tower and help you. I always love having an early save in the mid.
And a lot of games, the Astral, if you've Blink Dagger, it's just a self-save. Yeah. You Astral yourself, you blink away later in the mid game.
Oh, nice. And you already have, both teams already got some disables. We've seen some drafts where like neither team wants to go for disables, but not here. The Lone Druid.
Matuma Man's Lone Druid, an old counter to OD, I guess, in the mid lane.
Yeah, lanes well against the hero. It's always been a Matu classic, and
it's high tempo. You already have an Earth Spirit and a Darkseer. Like, Darkseer's going to go, he's going to get his farm, he's going to get his timing. A Lone Druid Radiance along with that. You're just going to be marching down tier 2s, so...
Yeah, and like we can go in a different direction. Could go something like the Razor instead to deal with the OD. Sniper is still available, which Liquid had gone for in previous series versus EG.
Sniper's been one of those heroes that just kind of came up this tournament. Like, it wasn't just 1 or 2 teams picking. We saw like 6 or 7 teams playing it quite a bit.
Yeah, but I want him to stay down. I don't want Sniper to reach the ho-ho-ha-ha days again.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with that.
He's in a good place.
I think he is. If you're a great player, you play him well. If you're a pub player, please do not pick him. There we go, the one we always talk about, that last ban is the last pick. This is pretty much, you're setting up the rest of your draft. You may not know your last pick, but you're like, this is where we're either going all in on the push, or we are going to go for that PA into the late game, which I do like PA here, honestly. For
and the Magnus?
Yeah. I don't think you need Magnus, but I like...
You need some faster paced heroes.
You think?
The PA by itself
I like PA by itself, yeah.
I mean, Morphling still.
Yeah, I know. If you're going to get a hero by itself, then Morphling.
Yeah, we're talking about liquid carries.
There's the draw.
See, this is, to me, more where the draw makes sense. Like, don't just first 2 pick it and reveal exactly what you're going to do. Getting a draw later on is, to me, much more acceptable.
And honestly, it seems like she's being picked for the silence in this case against the OD, not necessarily just because of her, my ranged carries, my ranged cores are going to be amazing with Precision Aura.
And just the fact is you don't ever need other ranged cores. She farms so quick and can carry a game. If she can get 6 slot, we've seen it's been a struggle for these last few drows, though.
There's the nerf drow sign. This guy was ready for the drow pick.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm with him.
And I think where these 2 teams prioritize drow a bit lower than others is also that both their carry players they obviously can play Drow, Nisha, and Miracle, but they would rather be on something a bit more high impact.
Yeah.
Liquid have even, they may even want to go like a Drow Morphling and put Matu on the Drow.
Yeah, which they've done plenty of
I
times.
like that.
Do you
Or
think
Medusa,
the
sorry.
Secret was planning on picking the Drow themselves, or do they have what's their plan against the Drow?
I think they were ready to give it away.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
picking up the Sand King kind of leads me to believe that, especially ignoring it, first phase bans, second phase bans, first phase picks, I think they were more than willing to give it up.
Giving Liquid a taste of their own medicine after last night.
This looked like one of those heroes that's pretty good against some of these heavy physical damage cores. We saw it against the Medusa, against the Drow. If you can get on top of her with the Anchor Smash, you're just reducing that physical damage.
And also, just look at the team fight on both. I mean, mostly Secret, but already on Team Liquid, you have the Earth Spirit and the Darkseer. Like, there is heavy team fight, and this is Liquid's pick. Like, wait, do we try to out-team fight him, or do we try to out-carry him? I think Medusa or Morphling on Liquid, honestly, is decent here.
Well, it's also you've got 10 picks, so they're more likely maybe
True.
just to pick up Kuro's hero first.
Yeah.
If they feel like there's multiple options for that last pick. Otherwise, if Morphling's like the only hero you feel like
You think, yeah.
rounds your draft out, you may just get it.
Or you're going crazy and Kuro's playing a 5 Darkseer and everything's gone haywire again.
Yeah.
Don't think he'll do that one. The Doom makes sense.
Hello?
The Darkseer, no.
Did you see Mind Control Darkseer yesterday?
We'll let him do his thing again.
And the other thing is you often want a core that can, utilize that Iron Shell a bit better. Like often that's where the PA idea came to mind. You've seen Spectres, Voids, these heroes that with Iron Shell can just really come online that much faster.
Not a hero we haven't seen like at all this tournament. DK.
Yeah, we've talked about it quite a few
many
times,
times.
but as a suggestion, it's never really seen.
It's one of those melee slash range heroes that, and there's the Kuro hero Disruptor, and they get some more team fight.
And it's one of those few teamfight heroes that actually deals well with Tidehunter. You can actually go on him and kill him and not be afraid of the Kraken Shell Ravage counter initiation. So.
Even if he does, he can go in, ravage, and then he's glimpsed out and he's gone.
Yeah. There's a few, like Disruptor, that's why I was even thinking Night Stalker. Those are like the two few heroes, you just run at a Tide, they can't get that silence off anymore. I like the Disruptor, though. Good laning phase.
So one thing, if you're going to have a team that has a lot of team fight, which is the case for both sides, the thing that can make a difference is the vision aspect, right?
Yeah. Oh.
That is a Arc Warden.
Which we saw picked in the exact same phase when NIP played it in that last 4th pick slot.
This has been one of those carries that's been theory crafted. I think you've seen at least once here against the Drow Ranger. Just Drow doesn't deal well with the bubble. And you can't really get inside. You want carries that are typically melee and get inside the bubble of Arc Warden, get on top of Arc Warden. And none of these Liquid heroes do that right now. I don't think there's a good chance we see Liquid pick up that Medusa or Morphling with Drow, because maybe more so Morphling, because Morphling has that ability to get on top of the Arc Warden a little bit, but if anything, you want to go for those melee carries like Spectre, who can get an Iron Shell, haunt in, find the Arc Warden.
Yeah, and in the past we talked, like, Drow is good versus Arc Warden when she's 6 slotted. You actually need the items, and you deal with the bubble well with your ulti, but until then, you actually do so little damage, which we saw in the EG game when they tried.
Might be like a TA game for Liquid. That's a hero that can get in the bubble pretty well, benefits from the Drow aura.
And plays quick, because they have to play quick now. I feel like with the lineup they have, they're not going to ever out-team fight Secret late game.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this Arc Warden's gonna get way too farmed way too fast.
That does mean it's a...
Turn to pick.
The hard part for Arc Warden is maybe going to be the lane stage, though. It's a hero that doesn't have a good lane typically, has low damage, his spells early on don't do a whole lot, and there's going to be a Darkseer Spirit behind his tower, creep cutting waves, and maybe threatening to tower dive him with a Rolling Boulder, Iron Shell, Earth Spirit. So.
With the Tide, though, you might just see him tri-lane in the offlane, right? Like Sand King, then you last, because like Tide's one of those heroes, he's like, whatever, I'm fine versus this lane. But we'll definitely know. You'll know for the tri-lane on that last pick, and they're about to do it.
I would be a fan of a Tusk for Secret. Having 2 banishes to stall out against all these silences of Liquid.
Yeah, I like Tusk in general. It's a decent laner, but then you have some like 3 clunky melee heroes, which can be tough.
And who's playing what? Now we're going to see a Yaps or Sand King?
That's what it feels like right now. Obviously, we don't
because
know.
we want Zion the Tide Hunter, most likely.
But it could be.
And
We've
plus,
seen support Tides as
I think
well.
Puppy's even been one who's played that support Tide.
He has
5 positions.
It was like him and MSS are like the only 2 I remember.
They'll take Liquid by surprise because they banned out that Lich in the expectation that the Secret's looking for a Puppy hero right now.
The The mind games are here.
The more Puppy
Appreciate it.
5s.
The Dutch signs.
Liquids.
Okay, AA. Well, Kura says his favorite.
Yeah,
hero.
that was that interview.
Yeah.
Taking that roller coaster intelligence.
We say Puppy 2. They have had Zai play it, so you know, we talk about
that's true. That's true.
5-position tied, you know.
Ooh,
AA, what role is he going?
Liquid knows. They know early.
Yep. Well, they only have 6 seconds left on their bonus time. They've definitely already used most of it. It's
do.
Morphling.
Yeah.
Man, I'm favoring Team Secret quite a bit after this draft. I think their team fight is way better. I think their laning phase, God said, could be their weak spot, but you never know. You just cut some creep wave as Tide. You could do a tri-lane. With the new AA, it's a little bit worse, but I just favor heavy team fight in general in most of these games. But it is the Morphling, so.
It's Morphling, but it's into an AA, which
Yes.
always has me a little bit skeptical on
It's true.
survivability. And I kind of want them to give this AA a farm priority. I'm going Secret.
Okay. You're looking at me like I have to go either way. Geez, Seaver, this is a lot of pressure.
I would appreciate it if you want to make a case for Liquid.
For Liquid, I mean, it's Miracle's Morphling is really it.
Yep.
Easy case.
Did anyone see last game? There you go. Liquid
right.
fans.
There you go.
And I will say they do, with Drow and Morphling, if they both get 6 slotted, they will win. Like, that is the ultimate late game.
It is time.
Yes, it is.
No more from us. I think people want to see and hear someone else. So let's head it over to our commentary team for the grand finals. It is Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Chibi. Yes, Secret versus Liquid, a best of 5 ready to begin right now. Fog, this should be one for the ages.
I'm just so excited. Just even looking at, not even looking at the drafts, just looking at the players before that game started. Did you see that? They were just so friendly with each other. This is going to be awesome.
Let's find out. We're going to get ourselves into game 1.
Début de la première danse de la bataille commence. C'est du bruit.
Prepare for battle.
So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the first game of this best of 5 between Team Liquid and Team Secret off to a start. Fog, looking at some of these heroes, what's jumping out to you? You pointed it out to me to start with. It is Yapzor on the Tide.
It is indeed. That is a very interesting changeup. It looks like they are also going to be running some type of aggro, trying to put the pressure on. Also, we looked at the draft, right? They opened with OD. A bit of a changeup. We know it's a very popular mid one hero. For me, I saw that and I was like, all right, they're trying to deter and make it so Liquid doesn't want to pick this Morphling. But Liquid, they go for it anyway, even into an AA, which is one of the more natural counters. Sure, Morphling can now play around it because you have your Morph, so you can switch HP pools, and then you can avoid that, breaking since you drop pretty low. But still is definitely very tough to play against the AA because your Morph just doesn't work in the early stages, and they have a lot of disable as well versus it.
I mean, how hard is it to play in a game where there is an OD? Like, what is it that's so strong about the OD in the game against the Morph? Is there a certain point of the game where it's just this Morph's going to get focused and have all his stolen? Like, how hard is this for Miracle?
It just, a lot of the times you're pretty low HP inside of the fights, and your strength is that you're going to morph up. So the thing about OD is you do one of the highest burst damages in the game. You walk in, you get a big OD ulti on top of that Morphling. Look at Morphling's intelligence as well. You have to itemize in order to be able to get there. Probably that Scotty in the later stages so that he can actually have the stats to deal with that OD. Speaking of OD also, since they did open with it, we're looking at Liquid's draft, and they have, I think Tsunami was mentioning it, a lot of silence. OD does not really like playing against that too much, so the itemization might be an early BKB for mid one, just if he wants to be playing versus that in particular.
Yeah, it certainly feels like he is going to have to do so. As the lanes as they'll start, of course, Matu taking the Drow to mid, as he'll go for the 1-for-1 here up against that OD. The tri-lanes beginning on the side, both teams getting aggressive. As bottom lane, already a bit of an attempt onto Miracle, but he has got the shift. Is it enough? It's not, he's dead! Secret, they'll get first blood as Miracle gets caught out, underestimating the control and damage from that AA.
That wasn't even with the gush. That was just him dying to the two ranged heroes right-clicking him. And Miracle ports back down. They're going to look to go on this Morphling immediately. And you see Liquid already, they're starting to make some adjustments.
Liquid's got to send someone else down here to give Miracle a bit of a helping hand as he's struggling against the 3 heroes of Secret. GH will be there by his side to offer some sort of safety, but Miracle has to be careful. Secret with this tri-lane. Really putting the pressure onto the Morph in the laning stage.
They just got this fantastic lane setup because Zai went top as well. He had his own sentry. They actually gave the Sanking 2 sentries to make sure that he can sandstorm and stay versus that tri-lane that was there. So Zai gets the whole first wave. He doesn't get all the last hits, but he just stays inside of the wave as a Sanking. And now he's versus a Darkseer. They've even warded and blocked several of their camps to make sure that they can have Zai have a good game.
And down bottom, Liquid, they're trying to break into the tri-lane of Secret, but GH is focused, he's frozen, GH is dead. Miracle will try and find Puppey. The Thunderstrike upon him and a waveform forward. Liquid will get the trade. As they'll take the 1-for-1, Yapsor now could also be the focus as Miracle with a high energy punching into him very hard. He has to back off. So Liquid now having the 3 down here, making sure that Miracle has got that backup and they can start to get the Morphling farmed and have an answer to the tri-lane of Secret.
Massive creep wave coming in for Secret. They're going to be level 2, 2.5 on some of their heroes here. So Liquid, they're going to have to be careful in these next few upcoming moments when they're going to get pressured. Air Spirit's still only level 1. Same thing with that Disruptor. Morphling is 2 though. Looking at the other lanes, we're going to start seeing we see these 1v1 matchups. Darkseer versus these, just whoever can out-efficiency each other. Darkseer doesn't have that many camps available, as we were mentioning. There's a lot blocked. We saw Secret put 2 wards actually to block their camps, and I believe they were able to at least de-ward one that was blocked by Liquid. So Zai will be manipulating and moving around, trying to keep the farm, but MC will be ahead.
This bottom lane, once again, Yapsor getting caught on the front lines. The Thunderstrike of the waveform for Miracle. He's going to go for the kill. He will get it, but Miracle, can he keep himself alive for this one? He can. They're still moving in on towards Nisha. Kuro with the kinetic field, locking Nisha down. The roll forward from GH. Nisha, who's still alive. He's getting himself a little time, but GH is trying to chase the gush from Yapsor. Will slow GH down if Nisha can turn. Kill off GH. Nisha will survive. Now down in the lane, Miracle and Puppey still going at it with one another. As Miracle will have to walk back. He is out of regen. Only those 4-1 charges that he's holding on to at the moment. And GH, nothing to offer him in terms of heals.
They're getting Nisha a little bit more farm in particular in comparison to Miracle, but Miracle's gotten 2 kills. So Battle of Regen we'll start to see coming out as Miracle has no tangos or salve. GH no tango salve. We see Kuroki does come down, bring a salve and 2 tangos, but Secret, they're going to have more regen.
Bottom, GH with the rolling, kicks Yapsor back closer towards Miracle. Does have to be careful how he extends in underneath this tower. Nisha can lay down Spark Grapes and have turnaround potential if Miracle gets a little too greedy, but he's playing it cool. Keeps the wave coming back in. Puppey straight back to the bottom lane as well. Now looking around this 4-minute rune spawner. Is an invis down bottom. GH with a block off onto Yapsor, but GH is taking a heavy damage hit from the tide. Yapsor moves in, does get kicked back. Thunderstrike on Yapsor, bringing him down low, but Kuro's frozen. Anchor smash from Yapsor. Secret get the kill. And GH will be able to grab that invis up top. Mind control, just able to run down Zai with the iron shells and gets a solo kill.
And Zai's missing so much experience under the tower here. I think he missed almost a full creep wave and a half or so. See that Darkseer really starting to benefit so much out of this top lane. That's going to be a really early dominator, and we've seen what Mind Control's been able to do throughout this tournament with that. That can put a lot of pressure on the lanes. He could just surge a creep in behind mid one very early on because how early he's going to have it. Mid lane, pretty much trade farm coming out between the two of them. Not an exciting matchup to watch. We're going to be watching bottom. Bottom's a lot of fun.
That's GH. Still with that invis rune that he did pick up at the 4-minute mark. Secret have to be careful. If he's able to get a sort of kickoff onto one of them, could set up for some action, but as it is, they'll head back towards the 5-minute runes.
Bounty trades.
Will be 2 apiece between the teams. Secret moving in again towards Miracle. GH and Kuro are here though. GH able to roll in, get the stun up onto Yapsor. They'll try focusing the tide with that Thunderstrike. Miracle, he's actually looking towards Nisha. Nisha getting brought very low. Now towards Yapsor. Adaptive strikes out. Yapsor surely going to die here. Miracle waveforms forward. He'll get the kill. Now turn towards Puppey. They do lose Kuroki. A Miracle staying alive. He's still a little behind his ears, but he's getting a lot of these kills down bottom. GH immediately rotation towards the mid lane. He's on top of mid one. Mid one turning. Will get GH. Can Matuma finish up the kill? He's trying. The ult's there. It's not enough. Matu does claim the kill onto mid one. The Sanity's Eclipse won't allow him to bring the Drow with him.
Having those triple early Wraith Bands, just stats early on, going to be very good versus that OD. Only a null right now on that OD as well, but he does get a trade kill. At least he gets the Earth Spirit inside that rotation, and incredibly early game rotations, but it's exactly even pretty much. 13 kills in those 6 minutes. Both teams just running at each other for this time being, trying to guarantee that they can get some farm on these carries. As we're seeing it play out right now, Nisha is about 300 gold above that Morphling, as expected, I think, in this one. There's just so much pressure and spells that it seems like Secret can nuke out a little bit easier. So they're having to spend more regen on Liquid down bottom to keep Miracle healthy. But now he is sitting on those 14 wand charges, so killing this Morphling, he's level 5 as well, it's not going to happen anymore. Secret might start moving out of this lane soon. They can kill the supports, but yeah, killing that Morphling is going to be a very tough task. Level 3 morph, or level 3 attribute shift is, yeah, very tough to bring down.
Yeah, pretty much the call that they have the chance of killing the best Secret would be that Drow in the mid. Top lane, obviously, mind control with the start that he's had. He is a tough one to take down. Soaring, Helm of the Dawn, bottom lane, GH and Miracle that find Japsor. He'll land a position once again. It's another kill for Miracle. 4 kills now, 7 minutes in. Miracle getting kill after kill after kill. It looks to be a good start for this tri-lane down bottom from Secret, killing him early on. But Miracle, he's come back with vengeance, and sure, the farm wasn't there at the start, but he's catching up. Top lane, mind control. Also playing around with Zai. Zai has got the burrow strike, but he actually sort of gets trapped in by his creeps a little bit, taking a lot of damage from the Iron Shell. He's trying to hide here with the Sandstorm. Mind Control keeping on top of him though. Zai nearly dying as Mind Control nearly reads his movements perfectly. Burrow strike for Zai. He's got to be careful in Mind Control. Does he want to go for this? He's got the vacuum. Mind Control! Absolutely godlike plays here on his Darkseer. Yapsor, he wants to find him and he does, so will finally end it. But able to dance around and get Zai as Zai makes the mistake of trying to come back close to him.
Get themselves some trades, but this big concern is that tri-lane. Sure, they got kills out of it down bottom, but this Morphling, level 6 already, Miracle, top 3 net worth. All 3 cores of Liquid at the moment are that top net worth. And we saw Matumba Man, he just went to the Ancients. We see it happen so often. As soon as he hits 6, doesn't even want to stay in that mid lane because he can just out efficiency. Just put the Disruptor mid, make sure Kuroki gets those levels. As we said, very good game for the Disruptor. They have a lot of different ways to catch with this hero. With that Earth Spirit, they have lots of ways to get vision and just constantly get and go for those kills and glimpse backs.
And so much setup and wombo combo with that mind control vacuum potential. We've seen it a few times already here on the main stage, and this game, it's another beautiful lineup for mind control to play around.
You see Secret, they changed it up now. They're like, all right, we need to actually put the OD versus the Morphling. We can't actually have Nisha down there anymore. We have to be able to try to threaten, and we have to get Nisha free lane. So Nisha goes toward that mid. Top, we see the pressure that mind control's putting out, even using an aggressive glyph here.
He's just doing so much on this top lane. You know, Yapsor and Zai, the two of them pretty much have to stay up here. If one of them gets left alone, with that Helm of the Dawn, with those Centaurs, mind control can really give them a run for their money.
You can feel that Yapsor's pretty happy in this game, though. He's level 6 as a Tidehunter support already. That's pretty significant. He's also pretty farmed as well. All of Secret actually kind of evenly sharing that net worth around that 3k right now.
It's bottom lane, mid-bomb. We'll get glimpsed back here into the kinetic field. Liquid, they've got Miracle with the wraparound. Jinx will have to roll forward, but it doesn't matter. The 4 of them have the right clicks to take mid-one out, as Poppy was heading down. But as you say, mid-one a little too far out on his own by that Radiant Tier 1 tower.
And playing versus a Disruptor as well. When you push yourself that far, you have to expect the rotation's going to come down. And Miracle, of course, like you said, getting another one of those kills.
Top side. He's going to drive for this. If the upset, Yapsor kind of died to the Iron Shell. Mind control. He's going to be able to walk away. As they've used the Epi, they've used the Ravage, but Mind control is still alive. The Burrow Strike will be back up. But Zai, he still can't quite kill his Darkseer. Mind control, he's just going to turn, run him down.
He's got the damage talent.
Oh my god, that was a situation where they use Ravage, they use Epicenter, but Mind control just ends up killing the 2 of them. Back down bottom, Liquid, another kill, as Poppy's found. As Liquid 2k lead, and this mind control Darkseer, I think if you're Secret in the rest of this draft, it's got to go. You let him have this hero, he is playing it so well.
Let's look at the levels really quickly. Level 11 on the Darkseer. Drow Ranger has been hitting Ancients for a long time and only level 9. This Darkseer getting that kill on the Sand King, that 90 damage talent. You see him punch him.
He's absolutely styling on Team Secret. He absolutely is mind controlled, totally crossing the lane. He's broken the talents. He's that talented. As they've got to watch out for this Darkseer, but it may be just, it feels a little too late already. You know, it's just a 2k lead, but mind controls Darkseer. We've just seen this story so many times before.
Yeah, and he's applying so much pressure. Like you said, they use the epicenter, they use the Ravage, and that means now they have so much time that Miracle has no pressure on him. Same thing with the Drow Ranger. Matu just continues to hit these stacked Ancients over and over again, providing this extra attack speed, of course, for his Morphling to farm even faster as well. So you see Miracle going for the Linken's build this game, wanting to be able to block out the stun in particular from that Sanking, and it's going to be good stats. Great stats versus that OD. We see Secret, they're trying to make up for their early game now by they're queuing up Midas's. Midas on Nisha, of course, but then that Midas on the OD. They have to try to find something to catch themselves back up in this game.
It is a long window, though, where any sort of potential BKB will be prolonged on mid 1's OD, and you already talked about the issues with that, with the amount of silence and team fight that Liquid have. If Liquid start to push past these tier 1 towers, it's going to be very hard for mid 1 to attend a fight and actually have any sort of impact.
Yeah, they're trying to get a wraparound here for this mid.
He does indeed start building up that HP, and now the counterplay. GH rolls in, gets the silence off onto mid 1. Magnetized down onto Zai. See if Liquid can still find a way to get on top of him. Zai hiding in the sandstorm, and Liquid will hug the tower. No need for them to chase out unnecessarily. They'll still focus back on the push and take that mid tier 1.
Yeah, still a lot of damage that's going to come out. If you walk into Sandstorm, it's not just a Sandstorm in this game, it's a Sandstorm with an Ice Vortex. So the damage is very high that does come out from that. So still have to be a little bit careful, even though you do have this lead. But sticking around my control is going to be really nice, and his itemization is going to be fantastic this game. He's going to have such an early pipe for his team, and we look at Secret's damage, they have so much magical damage. It's pretty much all magic until the very, very late stages of the game. Deep aggressive wards as well, continue to play in that aggressive stance, since they're definitely feeling very confident if they're rallied around this Darkseer. Level 12.
Level 12, Hood pretty much there. Especially with this tower. They did kill him once this game. It's one of those heroes that's in a place where I don't know how they're going to kill him again.
Yeah, I mean, once he's got the Hood, yeah. Hood and the pipe, it's going to be extremely difficult. We also see Matu, he queues up a BKB, like we're talking about. Secret, just very, very magic damage relying until later stages. Liquid with very firm map control as they take out so many of these towers already, and Secret can't really knock on towers now. The lanes are always going to be pushing in because there's a Drow Ranger, and Liquid, they're already starting to make their eyes on Roche.
And Secret, they just don't have the heroes to hit towers.
Yeah. They have to get it just through straight skirmishes. They will at least get an AA blast inside that pit. Deter them for a few moments.
They have the team files back up, Secret, Ravage, Epicenter, Sanities. It is there. But they may have no interest in coming over. They know that Liquid has the lead at the moment.
Tough to walk into as well. You're playing versus this high-level Darkseer who now has high-level Vacuum, and you're playing versus this big Wombo combo. We've seen it so many times. Disruptor with that Darkseer. Sure, the Earth Spirit as well, but Disruptor with Darkseer when you have high-level Vacuum, you need Blink Daggers with Secret. You need to have the Blink Daggers to get into the backlines, or you're all going to get caught inside of that Static Storm, just walking in.
TP's down bottom. GH able to get the roll in onto Yapzor. There's backup coming in as well for GH to make sure they have the damage to do this. The piercing arrows flying in, and Yapzor's gone. Zai does find the two-man burst strike. Ice blast down onto GH.
The silence
but Liquid, they'll chase on. Zai, he's trying his best to hide behind the trees, but they'll find him. 2 more kills for Miracle.
That's going to be close to the Linken's now finished for this Morphling. 7-1-1 into, if you look at the draft, I mean, the Morphling, you can say that there are some natural counter picks on the opposing side, but this laning phase setup, Liquid now looking to siege another tower in Secret. They're all just farming.
Dire's structures are
Massively taking over the early game, Liquid. And definitely so far, as you say, in the draft, very much this early OD may have been in an attempt to be a deterrent to Miracle grabbing his morph. It wasn't. He still grabs it, and so far, it's looking like there's no troubles whatsoever for Miracle.
Yeah, Zai's really trying to find this blink so they can try to make some aggressive plays every time with that Ice Blast, but they are so on the back foot now. These double Midases, Liquid, if they see, I mean, they definitely have identified the fact that that's happening, so we're going to see them press the issue here. Just look to take out these last 2 tier 2s. That Linken's as well finished up on Miracle makes him so much harder to kill. Smoked up already looking for a play.
Sue's the first to make the jump.
Stop canceling the Gust. They know somebody's over here. The Tumbaban's aware. They put the ward down.
They find the silence straight in onto Zai. Miracle turns into the Sand King. The Power Strike, bam! Zai taken out of the defense. As now Liquid, with the numbers, they can just push onto the tier 2. They know it's so hard for Secret to fight, even when Secret do have the full 5-man.
He gets the ward on the high ground. He sees Nisha for a second.
Dire's bottom tower
Another ward down, seeing if he can try and set up for a glimpse catch. It's not
just
going to be the case. They'll get away, but Secret, they've got to get back for this. Liquid, they're just going to siege.
Dire's structures are
They've got the bubble to slow it down. Precision Aura was popped by Matumba Man as well to push out those lanes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
As they're playing it fast, Liquid. Secret, how is Zai in the game? Ice Blast will be there onto the 2 cores.
Pipe is delivered. He's going to pop it to protect them right now.
Puppey trying to play around with Matu. Another gust throws the 2 of them backwards.
Secret's not ready to fight this. They don't have the blink on Zai still. They only have Midas's really. Mid one will be able to use his at least on this creep wave, but
It looks like Liquid will relieve some of the pressure. They'll back up, sort out with the other lanes as both are pushed up towards their own tier 1 towers. Make sure that they don't miss out on any farm and that they continue to hold the lead that they do have.
they forced the majority back, right? Like they know that Nisha's farming the jungle, but the rest of the heroes were moved back, and they still have tier 2. So push out that mid lane, get that final tier 2. They can never take out that tier 3. We'll see them look to knock on those shrines, take them out. As a glimpse, they have so much vision.
They do fine.
Dire's middle
He's out.
tower is
Zai
under
able to time the burrow strike at the same time as the pullback of the glimpse, I believe. And if you get it right, frame perfect, he's out.
Yep. Tower though, another one being brought down. They still have 2 minutes on this Aegis too. They've struggled to kill the Morphling once. Now they have vision though, Matu.
They found Nisha. Nisha's on his own, dragged back into the Static Storm. As Nisha, nobody else here to help him out. Well, he's got himself. He'll get the Tempest double out, but it's not enough to turn this around. It's GH and Kuro, the 2 supports handling Secret's position 1 on their own.
Yep, they were able to find Matumba Man on the
Back
side, but now
towards
they're
mid,
back
mind
in
control,
stun.
dragging mid one in, into the Centaur's down, wave bomb up to the high ground. He'll astral himself defensively. Miracle will back off. Yapzor, Zai, and Puppey there to keep mid one safe. Zai jumping in. Doesn't want to go and look for the lockdown though onto Liquid. Neither of these cores really killable at all for Secret at the moment. He has to let them be. At least the best of a bad situation there for Secret. They lose Nisha. They nearly lost mid one as well. They were able to protect him. But as this game 1 continues, it just looks to be so hard for Secret with this lineup to get back after losing this early game.
They lost, I mean, they haven't barely even touched on towers. I mean, bottom tower's gotten kind of low, mid is about half, but they've lost all of their outer towers now. Map control is just completely gone, all the ward vision as well.
Feeling confident, he's just going to go straight in. They do turn with the stun, the Ice Blast, Miracle into the Sand King, 3-man burst strike. The pipe bust there for him as Miracle. He'll walk off the Ice Blast. It won't pop him. He has a full wand as well, and of course still that Aegis, so he's good to go once again. Matu, he's actually starting to fight on the front lines as he goes towards mid one. Kuro has been caught behind, gets the vacuum onto the few of them. Now they'll turn Yapzor, he'll pop the Ravage, does clip the 3 of them on the very edge of it. Now mid one, he can move on towards Matu. They get the power strike, they have the damage. Matu, my man's dead, but Miracle's turned up, looks for Yapzor, Yapzor's gone. Zai coming in with the epicenter, can he look for a target? It's still hard, mind control with that magic resist off the pipe. They don't have the damage to kill him. Now Miracle will turn. Zai's been dusted up. The dust will now wear off. He's still in the sandstorm. Gonna turn for the bigger target. Mid one found. Mind control of Miracle chasing him down. The Iron Shell slowly killing him off. Another surge. Miracle's in. The dodge is there with the Astro. Zai did manage to kill Kuro. The Liquid are prepared to finish mid one after he comes out of his little bubble. As now they're back out of the base. Zai has pulled back.
They have to use everything to kill the other heroes, but that means the 2 powerhouses of Liquid, the Darkseer and that Morphling, just run rampant inside that fight. 10, 1, and 4 right now on Miracle as well. And looking at my control, 5, 1, and 8. These 2 are just absolute beasts. 30 HP per second on this Darkseer too, so he just holds his ground. Even though it's around a shrine, they still just are able to take that fight quite handedly. And that's Kuroki, I think, dying. He didn't get the best Static Storm, but they had the potential of landing like a 5-man Static Storm with that vacuum there, which is always the threat that we were talking about. But they do have the blink on the Sand King, so they can still make some aggressive plays on Secret. But they're still so on the back foot.
Zai does blink into Matu. Silence won't quite last long enough to allow Matu to get the kill. Zai's fine. But that's the thing, you know, Zai, with the blink, Burrow Strike, they had to find some sort of incredible 3-man, 4-man setup.
Yeah.
Because overall, Liquid's team fight, even if the game was sort of a level pace in terms of difference in farm, you'd still probably favor Liquid's team fight. Now that Liquid's 10k ahead, it's so hard for Secret to deal with all these silences as we talked about. You know, there's no BKBs anywhere anytime soon on Secret.
And Liquid also has, they have the 2 key items. I mean, now on top of that pipe, they have a mech also for mind control. And we look at Secret side, they don't have the same thing in response. They don't have anyone who can really carry it. Sure, they have a Tidehunter who can, they have the Sand King who can, but they're not at that point. They went for that Vlad's on the Tide, and they needed the Blink Dagger on the Sand King to make those aggressive plays. And we see YapzOr, he also wants a Blink. They need ways to just simultaneously get everybody caught inside of those ultis and blow somebody up right away. But it has not been happening because of how farmed mind control is in this game.
Are scanning.
Now that top lane just ending up being a complete disaster for Secret.
Yeah.
As they fed far too much away to mind control, making those early mistakes, giving him these solo kills on 2 heroes at a time. Has just boosted him so far ahead of anybody else.
Just giving them so much control of the map. All these wards I've just been seeing by Liquid just placed very close to the base of Secret, so Secret can't really walk outside whatsoever. See them sending their courier on a bit of an expedition up top here. That buying Nisha's Hyperstone? I think it is. They don't want to send it down bottom because it just dies too quickly around that area, and they know that Liquid has control there, so let's see what he's trying to get. He's trying to be very sneaky with it.
Liquid does have mind control around though, so if they do send the courier over, he will be there with the hard punch.
He could judo
with that
chop it.
talent. He get maybe what, a couple of hits and it's dead?
I think maybe 1 hit and he gets it.
1 hit, yeah.
Possible.
We'll see.
It's flying over. They're trying to get it. All right, it'll be safe. We watched it.
Well, it will get to the shot. The question is if it gets back.
It's pretty rare at 22 minutes you're having to do this with your courier to avoid your own secret shop. That just tells its own tale of how much control Liquid has on the map at the moment. Secret, they are smoking out, trying to find something, but not able to, as Nisha's really the only one farming for them now. Mid one, he's got this Midas, but it's Tranquil Blue Midas triple null, and it's 22 minutes in. We compare him to the Morphling, who has an E-Blade and a Linken's on top of Tredge double Wraith. 12k gold lead. I believe the experience is also around that 10k. Liquid with these newly picked up items, definitely going to be looking to fight.
Yeah, they know that they've got such an edge, such an advantage. Yep. They can take the objectives though. Roshan, soon to be back in the game. Liquid.
Is that a BKB? That's a BKB on GH. An Earth Spirit with a first item BKB.
I mean, he can just roll in, and so the team fight disable and damage. He can get out now without having to worry about Secret's heroes.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be huge.
We were saying it's all magic damage on Secret. He
He's
rolls in, he has absolute free reign, and he can just, his job is, I get on top of Nisha.
Yeah, stay alive, keep that magnetize going for the full duration. He's going to be able to do it with that BKB.
Yeah, and this Roche dies so fast, no way Secret can contest it. Aegis and Cheese now up on Liquid. Firm grasp of this game. They're ready to go.
And Secret, they need some sort of insane hold to swing this one back round. Liquid have had this whole game in their control, apart from sort of like the opening minutes, you know, it was all nice and well. Secret getting that first kill onto Miracle, but ever since then, this game has just been going all the way in Liquid's favor as bottom lane. They find mid one, they'll be there to chase him down. There's not really any sort of way he can get out of this. As Miracle, E-Blade, GH with the kick. As he's gone, 40 seconds. I don't think we're going to see mid one have a game at all here in this first game.
I don't think so either.
This OD is totally out of it now.
Yeah, he's 1-5-1 in this game. They have 13 kills just because of most of that action was happening in the tri-lane, but the OD just has not been able to do much of anything. All these silences, all this control that's been coming out, and just how farmed the Darkseid and Morphling are. They just were able to have such a good start in this game.
Miracle. He's just in. He's looking for targets.
Popping the base.
Just walks in and gets him. The AA is gone.
Oh, look at that attack speed with the DD as well.
My goodness. Is there anything they could do to slow him down? They do have a fortification. And we'll have mid one back in a couple of seconds. All he can really offer though is his sanity. Nothing else that this OD can do at this stage.
They're stalling it. These bubbles on the back make it much harder for Liquid to actually hit it. They've got their own bubble.
They do. Can keep himself safe. And as we saw there, allowing him to lay down some Spark Wraiths as well. Keep Secret at bay. At Liquid, they'll get the tier 3 tower. They've opened up the shrine potential. They'll back off and continue to play for the textbook progression, taking the shrines,
Bounties
playing
up
it
as well.
safe, keeping that lead.
Yep. 25 minutes also. You see Kuro port stop. He's like, all right, more money for us. Get those bounties. About 500 for each for his team. 90 each player. So yeah.
Shrine has fallen.
They're just continuing that lead. Yeah, Secret, they're trying to find something.
I mean, they have to. They know if they sort of play it out from the high ground, this game is not turning around. They've got to look for drastic moves, drastic plays.
Yep.
Kuro, the only one up here at the top. Not really the target they want to find. They'll take it even if they can get it.
That was very fast.
Kuro, he's just walking away from it with that static. Kuro's still alive, and now Liquid, they'll come in. Yapsor does have the Ravage, Ice Blast, Pyro Strike, they're throwing everything onto Mind Control, but he's able to walk it off, and now the back of the Liquid's in. The vacuum comes in onto the two of them. They do lose Mind Control, but there's 3 dead on Secret. Yapsor's dead as well. Zai comes in with the epicenter. Can he find at least something else? Yes, he gets the two of them.
Right?
He does get 2 of them, but Secret get team wiped. Miracle gets a triple kill. The story continues in favor of Liquid here in this game. Secret with their best attempts to try and swing things around, try and shake them up, but they couldn't even get that quick kill on Kuro. Kuro, no hesitation, Static Storm, he walks away. Liquid's instant reaction. And when they have the numbers with the lead that Liquid have, it's very hard for them to lose a team fight. They'll always come out on top.
Yeah, they just literally just brought everybody. They're like, okay, we can take this fight easily. We're gonna see it again. We're gonna see this great reaction here by Kuro, catching both. Even Yapsor gets like caught right on the edge of it there, and we see those rainbows TPs coming in from Liquid. They try to throw everything onto Mind Control to bring him down, but because of how farmed this Darkseer is, it takes them so long.
So much to bring him down. They do get him eventually, but of course it's all too late. As Liquid, with the full 5-man, they just have the firepower. GH, as you saw there with the BKB, nothing can touch him. Stays at full health the whole fight.
Yep.
As now in the mid, they're rolling forward. GH
he has
does go for the commit, but he does have it popped again. Sets up with the vision onto this OD as Midbon glimpse back. Kuro gets the kill with the Thunder Strike. As Midbon's dead, he has got buyback. But this game, it really does look impossible for Secret. Liquid with a beautiful opener here to this best of 5 Zai. Tries to jump forward, but Matsu, he's got his BKB done as well. He'll stand his ground. GH rolls in. Zai's dead. Zai buys back. They are keeping their racks alive, Secret. As Liquid still yet able to break that melee all range in the middle lane.
Ooh, Miracle's turning into the Earth Spirit now. He has taken that morph target ally, so the control that GH has been able to do, now they've got double. And the other thing with the Earth Spirit, if your Morphling turns into it, you have infinite stones. As long as you don't lose your final stone and you keep shifting in and out, you keep getting refreshed with 7 stones every time you turn into the Earth Spirit.
As in he goes, Miracle. Rolls forward, does get the Lincoln's pop. They're able to get him with the Burrow Strike. Silence out on to Zai. No follow-up. We all step into the air. We'll dodge the Eve lane. Miracle taps back out.
He can go for these risky plays, as you see every single time. Comes back, 7 stones immediately restored. He never has to worry about not having stones when he rolls in and makes these aggressive plays as this Morphling.
And Liquid, they still have that shrine to take top, if they wish to. But they are definitely in that luxurious position where this game is theirs for however they want to deal with it. They can look to push again, and it's very likely they'll be successful with it. Secret, they just don't have the heroes. They don't have the firepower to get these kills. Liquid's cores are at a stage where they're at least a full item ahead of their counterparts, but in some situations 2 or 3 items ahead. You look towards the farm of Miracle.
Yeah, and it's the OD can't actually go for anything like a BKB. You see mid when he's had the Hex queued up for so long, but he's just dead in these fights. Even if he gets this item, it's just free pickings on him from Liquid. Who ended up grabbing that DD rune? Who was the Morphling? You see him keep turning into that Earth Spirit and enjoying Infinite Stone.
And I feel like just so much of this game, so much of the draft really was on the bluff call. You know, Secret saying, if we pick OD, there's no way they'll pick Morphling.
If we pick AA...
Yeah, exactly. All these heroes, but in their minds, I'm sure they believed it would be a deterrent and mean that they didn't have to ban it, they didn't have to do anything else about the Morph. But it wasn't the case. Miracle gets it through. And so far, it has been another incredible performance from him on this hero on the main stage. 14, 1, and 8 on the Morph.
Yeah, this Darkseer Morphling is just, such a problem. They're going to have some type of response for it, but Secret still trying to survive in this one, trying desperately to get mid one all the farm. Nisha does do a decent amount of damage here, but it's a level 15 Arc Warden in comparison to that level 21 Morphling. And
bottoming Miracle. He's starting it off. He's in onto Puppy. Puppy's gone. The BKB pop, we'll see if they can find more. The slow, the silence. Miracle has the control onto Midbon. Midbon's dead as well.
He's just gonna keep going. He tried. Didn't quite get there.
As Secret just looking absolutely hopeless in this position now.
Drops all the stones, and he's got 7 more. He just sets it up. Now GH is like, oh, I only have 2 stones, but now I have lots of stones. I don't really have to worry about it so much. Thank you, Miracle. He's gonna kick him freely.
That's 20 seconds. Mid-one will be back in.
They're going in.
They're going to try for the combo, but he's already started to shift into the strength. Miracle, he'll get himself out of that. It's a nice blast, an Epi and a Ravage down. And it does absolutely nothing.
And that was with BKB on cooldown as well. Or the Morphling, he will be able to back up.
And if that doesn't do it, what does? You know, secret that I feel like their only real hope is these smoke movements where they come out and they hope that they find a core of Liquid out on their own. But Liquid, they are not a team that's going to allow for that sort of mistake to happen.
No, definitely not. And they also now are itemizing to even protect even more. Sure, we've talked about how they have all these ways to protect each other with the pipe and the mech. GH, I believe, now has an Aghanims as well. An item we don't see too often anymore, but if someone does get full focused by absolutely everything, you turn them to stone and you can negate a lot of that damage that will be blowing them up. They feel so confident.
They're going for a bit of a bait with Matu. We'll see if Secret bite. The rest of the team smoked up behind him.
Double Earth Spirits prepared.
That's GH. He's in. He wants to start things off. Rolls forward, pops the BKB. Secret still without a couple of those ults. They weren't able to fight or get any kill when they had them up. And that just tells you how much they'll be able to do when they do not have them.
And they're just positioning themselves so nicely here on Liquid. You see Mind Control. They're not stacking any of the cores on top of each other. They're separating themselves so they don't get caught by that multi-hero ultimate there that's coming out from Secret. But Secret's been trapped in their base for the last, like, what, 15 minutes or so? Just getting Liquid just farming around the map, checking out for these runes. A DD is spotted up toward top, and that third Roche has now been spotted as well. So Liquid, they can back up and look to just clean that one out, as they do have the top and the mid wave pushing, but Nisha is forcing out bottom. Maybe someone will respond.
It's interesting to see that as well. So because GH bought the Aghanims, Miracle, because it's a non-ult spell, he also gets the Enchant Remnant.
Look at that.
I'm sure it's intended.
That's one of those, like with the, Ogre, Morphling gets,
you
get multicast. Yeah, you get a couple of those. You also get the Nimbus from Zeus, but you don't get the Lightning Bolt, but you get the Nimbus, which is very bizarre.
So it's, yeah, that's, I'm sure it's meant to work like that.
Hey, if it works for several different heroes.
So, you know, that you double the chance to save and also, of course, to just be able to reposition them so far.
He can wave in.
Enchant kick.
He can wave in, turn someone to stone, and kick them out of the base as a Morphling.
I want to see it. We'll see if they're able to go for those sort of clowny plays. I mean, Liquid, they definitely have the liberty to sort of mess around a little bit now with the lead that they have.
Yeah.
And the fact that this game is definitely looks to be in a pretty unlosable position for Liquid.
If he can ever get on top of them, you're going to see GH hunting for sure. We're probably going to see Miracle as well, looking to just BKB, enchant rending someone, pull them, and kick them out of the base. If they catch anybody on the side of Secret with that, they are going to die. It's been so long since I've actually gotten to see Agh's Spirit because how bad the nerf was on that cast range.
I will be very disappointed if this game ends and we don't see that sort of play. You know, all this build up, all this. You know, at this point, it very much is Liquid waiting for the time that they want to try and end it.
Yeah, they've got everything, right? They've got absolutely everything at their arsenal. A double vacuum combo that can come out from Mind Control as well because of that Refresher Shard.
It's just prodding and poking at the towers. In and out Liquid, and nothing the Secret can do to jump them. They have got the combos back online, the Ravage and the Epicenter, but we've seen already so many times this game, it just doesn't do enough.
No, it does not. If they can catch him before he gets the shift, perhaps. It's seeming so difficult.
As here we have it. The smoke's ready, and Secret, they are around. They do get the jump, Matu.
They get Matu.
They get one. They'll Takura. They've got the dust. They'll get another.
Okay.
Bottom lane, though, Miracle pushing in. They've got to go for the TPs. They're all coming in for this one. Mid-one will be able to dodge the follow-up blast with the Astral. As Miracle hiding in the side of it all, kicks Mid-one back. Miracle charging forward. They get the power shot. Have they got the look-out? BKB. The vacuum. The combo in the back to tie Secret. Getting absolutely destroyed by Liquid's team fight. A triple kill. Ultra kill. He's certainly going to want to look for that rampage. They're buying back. They're watching Miracle. There's the first rampage. He's going to get more. He's going to get more. He's looking to watch Mid-one. Miracle turns. The kick. He's back in the ball. There's the second. Double rampage for Miracle. But they will pop the Aegis Secret. Matu now moving in with the BKB. They've got to get back. They don't want to afford giving away a triple rampage. There's Miracle. He may just find his lookable side. The timer could still be there. But the kill's going to do it instead. A triple rampage on the main stage in the grand finals of the major.
This last pick, Morphling, Miracle just having a field day. 22-1 and 9, jumping in the base.
I don't think he can get the quad rampage. He can!
He can! He gets the quad rampage!
He just keeps it going! And Secret will finally tap out!
Holy moly!
As Miracle ending the game with a quad rampage. This one, I don't think we're going to see it again. Secret, this game, with their draft, they picked the OD. They picked the AA. That should be it, right? No! Liquid will still pick the Morphling, and they will still absolutely disassemble you.
Yep, and now I'm pretty sure we're going to see it either banned out early or Secret's going to start opening up with it, because it's not like they don't have a star. Nisha is one of the best Morphling players in the world as well, so they have their own way to throw that arsenal back at them. But this one, Mind Control and Miracle.